Okay, so recently I posted a short or a reel about the one thing that can and will ruin any workout, no matter what your training goal is, and that is not warming up very well. Now, in a 1-minute reel or a short, it's really difficult to give you all the nitty-gritty information to help you figure out how to actually warm up. So I'm gonna take a second and show you how to warm up, because I'm just that nice a guy. So the goal for any warm-up is to basically get your body to a neutral position, and neutral's gonna look different from person to person, but there are things that hold true regardless of who you are, and that is a neutral position is a full range of motion that is pain-free, and are you able to control all angles of that range of motion? So for example, like myself, if I'm doing a shoulder press, my shoulders are pretty tight, so that bar doesn't always go back as far as it needs to if I don't warm up, which puts my shoulders at risk for injury, which means I'm not using my upper back muscles like I should, which means I'm missing out on basically more muscles, which means more calories burnt. So I'm really not optimizing the workout because I didn't take the time to warm up and get my shoulders into a place where they can operate healthily, happily, and at their full potential. But most important, it's gonna help prevent injury, which is a great reason enough to do it. All right, let's get back into it. So how do you actually structure a warm-up? What's the process? What's the system for doing that? It's as simple as going off a ramp. Haha, acronyms. So ramp just stands for raise your heart rate, activate those muscles that aren't working that should be, and then mobilize those joints that need to be moving better. Like for my examples, it would have been my shoulders, and then potentiate with movement. And potentiate is just a fancy word for intensify or, level up, however you want to say it. So now I want to take you through just a real quick practical example of how that pans out if you had back squats or squats in your workout for the day. So let's get back into it. First thing you have to do is start by screening yourself, and that's basically any movement. It can be, if you have shoulder press, you can do a shoulder press and see how that feels on your shoulders and the rest of your body, but we're gonna go with the squat today. So a screen for myself, if I were about to do a whole bunch of back squats, would be to get into the bottom of my squat sit. Now, as I'm down there, I wanna use the info from this screen that my body is giving to me that's gonna help me direct where I need to go during my warm-up. So in this example, let's say I get down into my squat sit and I feel that my calves are super tight, my hips are really wound up because I've been sitting at my desk job all day long, and my glutes are not firing. Glutes are a fancy word for your butt. All right, now I know which direction I need to head, so now I wanna get into the actual stretches and exercises that are gonna help me correct all those faulty movement patterns or too overly tight muscles and joints and such. So stretches and activation exercises we're going to do to fix my tight calves, my hips, and my glutes that aren't firing are a calf smash with a lacrosse ball or a foam roller, a pigeon stretch, and then a glute bridge to wake up those glutes. Time out for a second. I might be calling these a completely different exercise. All of these things have about 10 or 15 different names because that's just how it is. So if you know a calf smash by another name or a pigeon stretch by another name, we're probably talking about the same thing. Just wanted to throw that in there. Next up to bat is we have to potentiate or integrate all these newly acquired range of motion and stability into a larger multi-joint exercise. We're going to use a split squat, which is just another way of saying stationary lunge. So I'm going to do split squats on both sides, make sure that my glutes are working, make sure that my hips aren't overly tight still, and then make sure that my calves are nice and stretched out. And then, after I get through ramping, I want to retest, and I want to see if what I just did is actually having any benefit on my movement pattern. So if I get back into a squat sit after ramping up, and I feel like I'm more mobile, my joints aren't quite as tight around my ankles, my knees, or whatever, great, that's work. That means that those really resonate with my person. Now, you might go through a couple exercises or a couple activation exercises and feel the exact same. It's not a bad thing. It just means that those exercises aren't quite a good fit for your situation. So at that point, try something else. If a calf smash didn't work for you and you're in the same boat, try doing just the regular old tried and true calf stretch. Put the balls of your foot on something, drop those heels, and stretch those calves out. And if that helps you get a better result, good. throw that into your warm-up so you can make it as specific for your body as possible. Now, after you go through this process, I mean, you should be done, and haha, now you're a perfect athlete, perfect human being. Okay, probably not. What's going to happen is you're going to, as you start going along your fitness journey, you're going to find stretches and activation exercises that really resonate with your body and really help you get to a neutral position, boom, really quick. Those are the ones you want to cabbage onto and put in your back pocket, because the faster we can get to a neutral position, the faster I can get to my workout and the safer I'm going to be while I'm doing it. So just pay attention to the stretches and the exercises that you do when you're warming up. Got to tailor something and curate warm-ups that are going to be specific to you to help you get to your workout, prevent injury, help your body move optimally so you can really get the most bang for your buck out of every workout. Now, if you want to be guided through this entire process that we just talked about, ramping everything up, here's a playlist that I want you to click on, and we have different videos for your knee, your ankles, your hips, your shoulders, and it's going to basically walk you through this process of basically how to warm up a joint. Now, these are extended versions. These aren't videos that you would want to do before a workout because they're going to take a little bit longer. It's a deep dive into a warm-up. We call them active recovery videos, but at any rate, go through one of these videos or all of them, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And just remember the ones that helped you get from A to B as fast as possible, okay? So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you're able to use these simple approaches to help get you to a neutral position nice and fast during your warm-ups. And we'll see you guys on the next video.